up, guys? My name is Deana, or you might know me better as the Ultimate Manifester, and I am a spiritual self-development coach that likes to teach you how to manifest your deepest desires in a no bullshit format with a little bit of mental health sprinkled in. And today I want to touch on 5 uncommon things that you should know about manifestation, but a lot of people just don't teach. And these truths are coming from my own personal embodied experience, as well as what I've taught to other people, things that they've gone through, and what I've learned from that. And this is going to pertain a lot to manifestation in general, but also if you're manifesting a specific person, I think you should really watch this because it will have some truths that I think will help you on your journey. So number 1, I want to talk about how you can't control everything with your thoughts. And I think people go into manifestation thinking that they can use affirmations to control their physical reality, when in reality, that's not what affirmations are for. They are to help you internally. They are not to try and change things because it's making you uncomfortable. If something outside of you is happening and it's an uncomfortable circumstance to be in, and you're using your thoughts to try and control it and change it, you probably have a little bit of dysregulation going on internally, and B, that is not the point of manifestation. And I know, there are some teachings out there that fail to let you know that, but from somebody who's went through a lot of practice, a lot of trial and error, a lot of seeing what made me feel like shit, a lot of seeing what made me feel better, this is something I have realized. So yeah, make sure that you are not trying to force or change circumstances on the outside by using opposing thoughts, or you're trying to immediately change your feelings or emotions as soon as they happen with your conscious mind. Your conscious mind I think it holds about 5% of how you move through your daily life, and your subconscious is in control of everything else. And your subconscious has nothing to do with your affirmations that you're saying during the day. It has nothing to do with trying to force and pound different affirmations in your brain while you're living your day-to-day life. It's a very unsustainable approach to go about that way, and that's why so many people end up so burnt out, frustrated, and just finding or thinking that manifestation is a scam, which it's not. They're just using an approach that doesn't work and doesn't sustain results and definitely doesn't feel good. If anything, I find that trying to use your conscious mind to control everything in your life dysregulates people even deeper, and that's not what I teach. I do my best to teach in a way that really puts your nervous system and the way you feel and your subconscious beliefs as the priority, so that you can live your life with freedom and you don't have to go stand in a corner to go repeat some affirmations or read a script or go visualize a scene in your mind. I think that's ridiculous. So yeah. The second one is that you can't control people. You can't control your specific person. You can't control your boss. You can't control family members with your thoughts either. And, other specific person coaches might recognize that, but mislead you to believe that you can, and you can't. There's only so many things you can control in your life, like the way you respond and react to what's going on around you, but you cannot physically control anybody with your thoughts. If you try and do that, you're gonna lead yourself down a very dark path, and probably find yourself feeling really anxious and like you are responsible for how everybody and everyone is showing up. Now, yes, on some level, your subconscious beliefs about yourself have have to do with how people are showing up. But mostly on top of that, it's going to be the way you respond and not how you are thinking about them, how you are affirming about them in your mind to try and change them. That's just stop. Like literally, if that's what you're doing right now, you're trying to control your specific person or somebody in your life through affirmations, just stop. That's not a good approach. The capacity for uncertainty probably needs a little bit of work. And when I say capacity for uncertainty, I mean going back to the whole trying to control manifestation, trying to control your world type of things. There are certain things that you're going to need to just be okay with being in the gray area for, like the amount of time something is going to take. You can't control that. You cannot control whether something is going to manifest tomorrow or in 5 minutes. Now, you may have good beliefs around manifestation and time, but you cannot control that. And trying to place a timestamp on things goes to show that you're not really trusting on a subconscious embodied level, and B, probably that you're really focused on having something so that you can feel relief. And a lot of times in my coaching calls, I find that people really benefit from being able to expand their capacity for what it feels like to be uncertain about things. And when they can do that, and they can learn how to trust in themselves and their higher power, spirit, God, whatever you believe in, to allow things to unfold however they need to, whenever they need to. And that's the most freeing place to be. The next thing is that not everything needs a spiritual twist. So what I mean by that is everything that happens in your life doesn't need to be part of a spiritual experience. Like, for example, every time you check the time and it's like 12:34 and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're always making everything, turning and flipping everything into a spiritual experience. Now, if that's fun for you, that's okay. But if you're forcing yourself to do that in order to be extra spiritual or manifest extra stuff or whatever it is, you don't need to do that. You don't need to, every time you have an emotion come up, it doesn't need to be a spiritual thing. You can relax your mind around that and allow yourself a little more freedom. And the last thing is that on top of trying to control your physical reality with affirmations and your thoughts, if you find that every single day you're waking up and needing to participate in 1,000,001 manifestation techniques, now don't get me wrong, I think every day some things are great, like meditation and breath work and things that really focus on your nervous system. But if you're finding that every single day, at very many points of the day, you're needing to go through a list of affirmations, or you're needing to read a script 400 times a day, or any of these compulsive ways of treating a manifestation technique, I would probably suggest taking a break and using my approach that focuses more on your stability, your nervous system, and beliefs on a deeper subconscious level. And I really want to drive this home because I know a lot of people don't quite have a healthy understanding of manifestation, especially when it comes to manifesting an SP. In fact, I just created a brand new free masterclass. It's my 3-step guide, no bullshit guide to manifesting a specific person, and I'll link that in the box below. And seriously, I hope that this approach can spread through this community a little bit more, because I do see people who are getting wrapped up in these very unhealthy manifesting approaches, and it's taking away their freedom. It's leaving them thinking that they can control all these things that can't be controlled, and really they need to learn how to sit with uncertainty and trust within their body. And understand this on an embodied level, because manifesting and understanding it doesn't happen on a thought conscious level. It happens on a very embodied level, and most of the time when it is embodied, your mind's more on the quiet side, and you don't feel like you're ruminating on different things you need to know about manifestation, and you don't feel like you need to watch a million videos. If that's the kind of things you're doing, if you're taking a lot of obsessive lacking behaviors, I would definitely be honest and check in with yourself about how you're feeling, what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your body, and making sure that you're prioritizing what's really important, because prioritizing what's really important is going to put you in the best energetic place possible anyways. So you might as well just take a healthier approach. And again, you can go watch my free masterclass in the description box below to get a very specific understanding of what I am talking about. So that is it. That is what I have for you guys today. Make sure you go ahead and head to my Instagram as well. I post content on there every single day, some really, really good content. I actually posted something similar to what I'm talking about today. So if you want to go check that out and read it, I'll leave that in the description box below. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you next time. Bye.